My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my ranking of the Tron franchise from worst to best. And this video will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But okay, for Tron, you don't watch these movies for the story or characters. You watch these movies for the visuals and the music. And because of that, I do enjoy them for the most part. I do think these movies offer something different to Hollywood. So let's begin by talking about the worst one, and it's easily the original Tron. And look, I'm sure back when this movie came out, the visuals were very impressive, but nowadays they just aren't. This is a very difficult movie to watch in 2025, and I don't see myself ever going back to it. It's very unengaging, and it's just doesn't hold up for today. The second best Tron movie is the brand new Tron Ares. And look, I definitely have issues with this movie, but some of the pure hatred it's receiving is just baffling to me. I'm going to begin talking about what I did like, and it's the visuals. Like, holy shit, this movie is just stunning to look at, and I really do like the creativity on display. Like, there's a scene early on where Evan Peters is trying to get some information, and it kind of cuts to how he's hacking from the digital point of view. And that was such an awesome scene. You've also got this great action scene where Greta Lee character is on a bike in the city, and then you follow that up with an escape from the grid scene, and at that point, I was just on cloud nine. Like, this movie was giving me everything I was wanting, and I like how inventive it was. You know, like, no action scenes felt the same. And the music by Nine Inch Nails was just absolutely phenomenal, and you know, just the visuals and the sound made for the best vibes for this movie, and I was just loving it. I really was. Like, there's definitely shortcomings in the script in the first two acts, but I didn't care. I was having a blast. But then Greta Lee and Jared Leto enter the real world together again, and that's kind of when the movie dropped off for me. I did find it weird that they steal this super fast car that belongs to a guy that works at a gas station. But, okay, anyways, that's a nitpick. The second they start talking in the vehicle about her sister and everything he's learned about her was just some of the absolute worst acting and some of the absolute worst dialogue, and I'm like, oh no, movie, what are we doing here? And then Jared Leto gets stuck in like the 80s grid, which is a fantastic idea, and I do like seeing that aesthetic being brought to life nowadays. But while it's Jared Leto in the 80s grid, it keeps cutting back and forth with the villain attacking the real world, and then it keeps cutting back and keeps cutting back and back and forth and back and forth, and I'm not gonna lie, the way this section was structured pissed me off to no end. It just completely killed all momentum, and the pacing was so bad, and it should have focused on Jared Leto in the 80s grid. Then it could have focused on the invasion, and then Jared Leto returns to save the day. Just, yeah, that entire section wasn't executed well at all, and it really bummed me out that all the cool shots in the climax of the fighter jets was already in the trailer, and then it just ends with a very lame 1v1 fight. Like, what are we doing here? Like the movie just hits such high highs earlier, and then for the big finale, you do that? Like, are you kidding me? And then they tried to make you care about Jared Leto and Greta Lee's character, and I really didn't. And yeah, I don't know. I just left this movie feeling really underwhelmed by the finale, and it's a shame because I really did love so much of this movie, but yeah, that finale just sucked. Also, the casting wasn't great here. Greta Lee's really bad. Jared Leto's blah. Evan Peters, Jodie Turner-Smith was the one performance that stood out to me in a positive way. And what else can I say? Yeah, like I still enjoyed this movie. The first two acts are just so good that I can see myself rewatching this movie a bunch. I just wish the script was better, and I just wish the movie had some sort of a payoff. So yeah. But if you do the math, you would know that my favorite Tron movie is Tron Legacy, and once again, it's on the vibes. The way this movie looks, the way it sounds, it just makes for a euphoric experience that I just love. A Daft Punk score here. I still think it is the best score of this franchise because, I don't know, there's just specific tracks that really stood out to me in this movie. And I also do like how we get the games here. It makes for some really fun, inventive action set pieces as well. And I liked the world building. The character work is fine enough for this movie, and I'm engaged enough with the story. I will say that I do feel like this movie is 10-15 minutes too long, and it can feel a little dry in the back half, but I still love the experience of watching this movie, and I still think it's stunning, and I love the music, and like I said earlier, that's why I watch Tron movies. This movie just nailed it, and yeah. So anyways, that's my ranking. Tron Ares, Tron Legacy. Pretty easy list to come up with, if I'm being honest. But what's your ranking of this franchise? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.